Diana Taurasi threw a fit as Caitlin Clark made history against her Mercury team. Now, Caitlin is truly remarkable. Every time she steps foot on the court, she breaks another record. And it was no different when her Fever matched up against Taurasi's Mercury for the second time. Now, if you guys don't recall what happened the first time they matched up, Caitlin was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. Of course, she made sure to become the youngest player ever to achieve a triple-double in the very next game. However, not setting a historical record against Taurasi must have left a bad taste in her mouth, because she went off against the Mercury when they matched up for the second time. Caitlin and Aliyah Boston became the first duo in Fever history to record 20-point double-doubles in the same game. Both of them were cooking the Mercury. However, that wasn't Caitlin's only accomplishment. She also had 7 first-quarter assists, which broke a franchise record. She now has the Fever record for both assists in a single quarter and assists in a single game. From the start of the game, Clark looked to be in full control of the Fever offense. She proceeded to stuff the stat sheet in a way that only 2 other rookies have done in league history, one being herself, while the other was Angel McCoughtry. She and McCoughtry were the only rookies to ever post at least 20 points and 10 assists in a game, and now she's the only one who has done it twice. But it wasn't a completely smooth game though. While Caitlin had no shortage of highlights, the Fever saw what was once a 31-point lead slip to only 4 points with about 3 minutes left in the game. You simply cannot have that happen, especially with the Fever having started off the season extremely slow and have been slowly climbing up the standings ever since. Still, Indiana held on from there, but it was a frustrating fourth quarter. The frustration poured out at Caitlin, and we saw her lash out and hit a chair. Now, part of that frustration stemmed from the poor officiating. This included the time when Mercury player Brittany Griner smacked her in the face, but the refs did not call a foul. They simply allowed the play to continue. But that's nothing new though. Caitlin has expressed her frustration with the refs all season, as they have allowed cheap shots and not called the game fairly. So once again, Caitlin absorbed a hit from an opponent and brushed it off like a champ. Now, one highlight from the game was Caitlin showing off some beautiful dribbling and footwork to completely cook a defender on her way to the hoop. She went between the legs, saw her defender move to her left, and there was the hole that she needed, going straight to the paint for a seemingly easy layup that could only happen thanks to that move. Showing everyone that she isn't just a sniper from the three-point line, she can call an ISO on you and leave you wondering what happened with her lightning-fast dribbling and decision-making. So no wonder her game is often compared to the likes of Steph Curry. But in order to really earn that comparison, we have to see Caitlin attack the paint more often. Hopefully that is the next evolution of her game. Still, the former Iowa Hawkeye star ended the game with her 5th straight double, recording 20 points and 13 assists. Now, through her first 24 career games, Caitlin has tied her own franchise record 4 times. So it's only a matter of time before she breaks that 13 assist record for good. Against the Mercury, Caitlin was dimming it up, finding her teammates through pinpoint passes that left the Mercury scratching their heads, wondering how it was even possible. But what makes it even sweeter was that Diana Taurasi had a front row view of the butt whipping. Taurasi was out due to an injury, which really sucks because fans were hoping to get a rematch between her and Caitlin. However, just because Taurasi wasn't playing doesn't mean that she didn't get cooked by Caitlin. In fact, during the game, Taurasi was visibly frustrated and constantly chirped at the refs to help her team out. So we can only imagine how much worse it would have been for her if she was the one getting crossed up by Caitlin or getting deep threes hit on her. Despite Taurasi's best efforts to get the refs involved, they could not stop Caitlin and her squad. Now, if you guys recall, Diana Taurasi straight up told everyone that Caitlin was in for a rude awakening once she came to the league. Reality is coming. You look superhuman playing against some 18-year-olds, but you're going to come play with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Taurasi faced a lot of backlash for that comment, and many fans labeled her as a hater and that she was just simply jealous of Caitlin, who is clearly the new face of the WNBA. However, Taurasi went on to double down on her statement and even called those fans sensitive.
It's the new fans are really sensitive these days. You can't say anything. It's kind of like when you go from kindergarten to first grade, there's a learning adjustment. When you go from high school to college, there's a learning adjustment. I don't think I said anything that wasn't factually correct, and like anything.
So you can say that Taurasi has earned the right to trash talk, seeing that she is one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. But one reason her trash talking rubbed a lot of fans the wrong way is because she is just one of many who have been piling on top of Caitlin Clark. Meanwhile, Caitlin has had nothing but great things to say about Taurasi. In fact, she said Taurasi was always someone that she associated with women's professional basketball. She appreciated the intensity and fire with which Taurasi played and called her matchup a chance to compete against the best, a dream come true. That's somebody I grew up idolizing and looking up to and wanting to be like one day. I don't know if there's going to be many people to be able to do it like her. So clearly, the reaction between the two is completely different. Now, this is why all eyes were on the Fever matchup against the Mercury when they first matched up. Fans wanted to see if Taurasi would back up her trash talk and how Caitlin would respond to facing one of her idols. And she did not disappoint. Caitlin proved to be great because she didn't shy away from the pressure. She finished with a near triple-double, collecting 15 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds. Meanwhile, Taurasi posted 19 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds in 32 minutes. 2 nights earlier, in a home win over the Los Angeles Sparks, Taurasi had hit 5 three-pointers. Against the Fever, she shot 2 of 10 from deep. Guess the pressure to live up to her own words backfired. Now, in the post-game press conference, Taurasi said that she was amazed by what Caitlin has been able to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. What Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far has just been nothing short of remarkable. And the one thing that I really love about her, she loves the game. You can tell she's put the work in. And even, throughout, her short WNBA career, it's been a lot of pressure, a lot of things thrown at her. And, she keeps showing up and keeps getting better every single game. So her future is super bright.
Now, the Fever social media team took the opportunity to poke a little fun at Taurasi. They posted "Reality Check" on X while announcing the win, which referenced Taurasi's past comments regarding Clark's hype entering her first WNBA season. So, there was plenty of heat coming into their second matchup. This time, the pressure was going to be on Taurasi, who had talked a big game but had taken an L from Caitlin. Maybe that was why she was so frustrated on the sidelines. She could only sit there and watch as Caitlin made history right in front of her eyes. Talk about cold-blooded. Now, Caitlin Clark's greatness is simply undeniable. She truly is a threat in every facet of the game, which is why she is such a winner. Even when her shot is not falling, she can play make and get her teammates involved or grab boards and control the tempo of the game. Claiming the fastest triple-double record isn't the only accomplishment under her belt. She also became the fastest WNBA rookie to surpass 100 points and 50 assists, which she did in just 8 games. These are just a few of her accomplishments. In short succession, Caitlin has etched her name into the WNBA history books. However, no matter how hard the WNBA tries to spread disinformation about Caitlin, everyone knows that she is going to be an all-time great. Now, as for the Rookie of the Year debate, well, there is no debate. That is Caitlin Clark's award, period. Just like Diana Taurasi, her haters can only watch from the sideline as Caitlin continues to prove her doubters wrong while taking over the WNBA.